It's one of the craziest weeks in all of the NBA season. It is officially NBA trade deadline week, and I want you guys to be completely in the loop of anything the Golden State Warriors do, whether they make a trade or they don't, or possibly head to the buyout market. We're going to report about it right here. So all you guys have to do to be in the know is hit that subscribe button for me. Officially 3 days away before a lot of teams could be shaken up due to the NBA trade deadline, but multiple league sources and some players in the Warriors team did specify they're not listening to any other distractions. They just want to play ball, and they're really trying not to let any of the trade rumors get to their head. And this was said by none other than the captain himself. Mr. Steph Curry did come out and say that, look, until it's said otherwise or decisions are made, it's up to us to go out and perform and hold our ground as a legitimate team that can win. If you're not, then you approach things differently when the opportunity presents itself. He's just saying, keep your head in the ballgame. However, he's saying you can't be naive. You can't be completely closed off these trade rumors, or else your world could get absolutely rocked when these trade rumors do hit. And you should be aware that other teams could possibly get better in the next 3 days, or could possibly get a little bit worse depending on what kind of moves they make. So Steph Curry is saying you got to pay attention to it just a little bit in the terms that you need to be in the know, but not enough to let it distract you and your team and your play, which I completely agree with Steph Curry. The Golden State Warriors need no more distractions this season, especially when Steph Curry is the one leading the press conferences saying we're not trying to be distracted, and he's doing this off the court. While on the court, he's helping any way he possibly can to make the Golden State Warriors win, including dropping 60 against the Atlanta Hawks, but then losing. And I think that is just the cherry on top of what Mike Dunleavy needs in order to make a trade by the deadline. Steph Curry can only do so much. A 60-piece and your team doesn't win should be flashing red lights, Mike Dunleavy. You need more resources to help Steph Curry and the Warriors out. And that leads me to the top 3 trade candidates that have been fluctuating on the trade market, off the trade market. Steve Kerr doesn't want him to go. They're not trying to trade Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. But nonetheless, everybody's fair game until they're not. Andrew Wiggins, $24.3 million they can trade away. Chris Paul, an expiring $30.8 million they can trade away. And Klay Thompson, a whopping $43.2 million last year of his 4-year contract deal that they can trade away. And something that really stood out to me is that Mike Dunleavy is trying to trade players away. They almost got Alex Caruso ahead of Zach LaVine's injury news. Warriors inquired about Alex Caruso's availability, which makes me believe Dunleavy's calling. Dunleavy is trying to figure out who we could possibly get and who we could possibly give away. Now, of course, since Zach LaVine has been ruled out for the remainder of the season, the Bulls are going to be a little bit more locked down on DeRozan, on Caruso, and on Drummond because they've got to have some players to bring fans back into the stands. But nonetheless, I am going to break down what a Warriors trade could look like because there are teams that are calling Dunleavy, as reports show, and I'll let you guys know who those teams are, and if you agree, we should make a trade with them. But nonetheless, let's talk about PrizePicks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app in America right now. If you guys are not playing this, you need to start right now. It's the most fun app you are going to play, and I never, ever, ever like to play these types of apps. I never like to put money down. I never won. I thought it was stupid. I didn't understand it, and then boom, one day PrizePicks came into my life, and now I play it a lot more than I should, but it's just so easy. All you have to do is pick between 2 to 6 players and just pick more or less on their projected stats for that night's game, and you can literally win up to 25 times your money. I've won over 15 entries and over $300 while playing this game. And for tonight's games, I do have the 3 most popular picks under the NBA tab on PrizePicks. I do have DeJounte Murray having more than 11 rebounds and assists. Jonathan Kuminga, the superstar of the Warriors, younger guys right now, having more than 19.5 points, and De'Aaron Fox to have more than 24.5 points. These are my PrizePicks. I always go more. It's just what I do. But you guys can do more or less. Just go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use promo code CLNS for first-time deposit match up to $100. and watch yourself win some real money in real time. This is not breaking news. We know Andrew Wiggins has been on the chopping block for quite some time as he is posting some of the worst numbers in his entire career right now. Despite what Steve Kerr said a few days ago about him expecting Andrew Wiggins to be on the team past the trade deadline, I don't think he's completely safe because I really refuse to believe Dunleavy would turn down a call for somebody for Andrew Wiggins if it was going to help the Warriors win right now. And just like they tried to inquire about Alex Caruso, it's evident they're trying to be active on the trade market. Why wouldn't you? You're 12th in the Western Conference. You've got a losing record. Steph Curry's dropping 16. You still can't beat the Hawks. It's time to make a trade. So, here's what the rumors are out there are saying, that the Dallas Mavericks are still very interested in Andrew Wiggins. However, the Mavericks are in the Western Conference, so they're not going to give the Warriors some of their best players, especially since Wiggins isn't posting his best numbers. So, to match your salaries here, here's where the trade rumors have landed. Andrew Wiggins goes to Dallas, and instead we get Richaun Holmes and Maxi Kleber to the Golden State Warriors. I hate this trade. I hate everything about it. But that's just my opinion. Would you guys accept this Wiggins trade? Type A for accept, type D for decline. I'm going to explain why I don't like this trade in just a few moments, but I always want to give you guys time to go on ahead and answer for yourselves because that's why we have Warriors today. I talk, give my opinion, and then you guys talk and give me your opinion. So go on ahead and type A for accept, type D for decline, and while I tell you this is an absolutely awful trade that I would never in a million years make. Is Andrew Wiggins posting some of his worst numbers of his career? Yes. Do Richaun Holmes and Maxi Kleber have any good plays this season? No. If you look at the two players combined to see what they have been doing for the Dallas Mavericks, who are about 9th, I believe, in the Western Conference right now, 22 games for Holmes, 14 games played for Kleber, 3.5 points per game, 4.9 points per game. Their rebounds, 3.5, not flashy, 3 rebounds, less than assist for Richaun Holmes, 1.5 for Maxi Kleber, and their field goal percentage is not that great considering they don't take that many shots throughout the game. I think this would be a horrible trade for Mike Dunleavy to make. However, the Mavericks seem to be the top contenders to get Andrew Wiggins, but they're not willing to give up somebody like Tim Hardaway Jr. They're not trying to give up anybody that's actually helping them win right now. So I would rather keep Wiggins than trade for Holmes and Kleber. So instead, I offer you guys a better trade that could possibly make the Golden State Warriors that much better. It would touch on things that they need, including defense and a secondary score, and you wouldn't have to give up too much for this trade. By too much, I mean an injured player and a player that has not been playing well, which is Andrew Wiggins, and you got Dario, and then, of course, on the other end, what's going to be coming to the Golden State Warriors is Bogdanovich and Killian Hayes. Bogdanovich is the key here. This is the player you want to come to the Golden State Warriors. Killian Hayes, not the best player out there on the market, but he's already demanded he wants a new team. So if he's willing to leave, let's take him to the Golden State Warriors and see what he can do behind a Podziemski, behind a Chris Paul. Same thing with Andrew Wiggins and Dario. Dario's not playing his best. He's playing behind Kevon Looney right now. Andrew Wiggins, we could go on and on about how Wiggins has been very inconsistent this season. So nonetheless, Bogdanovich is the key here to help the Golden State Warriors push the needle just a little bit more. Should the Warriors trade for Killian Hayes and Bojan Bogdanovich? Go on ahead and comment why or why not. Feel free to put in that comment as well somebody you would like the Warriors to go out and trade for, because like I said, 3 days away, Dunleavy's phone is going to be ringing. And while you guys are at it, hit that subscribe button for me. Anything happens, we want you guys to be in the know, and we're going to put it out there as fast as we can. Hit that subscribe button, and you're not going to miss a single thing.